Chosen one. This message is not for everyone. It's for the few who were never meant to blend in. You've always felt it, haven't you? That strange dissonance between you and the rest of the world. The sense that something within you is different, older, more awake. But what if I told you that this feeling isn't just emotion, it's evidence? That God Himself placed a mark upon you before you even took your first breath. Look closely at your hands, those same palms that have labored, prayed, and wiped away tears. There, hidden in the folds of your flesh, lies a divine cipher. The M mark. It's not random. It's not coincidence. It is a celestial signature, etched into your being to serve one purpose: to remind you of who you truly are. The world calls it a wrinkle. Heaven calls it a seal. And yet, most who bear it never realize what they carry. They wander through life, searching for meaning, unaware that their hands already hold the blueprint of destiny. They question why life feels heavier, why they sense more, why their spirit refuses to rest. But here's the truth. You're not broken. You're being beckoned. You have engraved me on the palms of your hands. Your walls are continually before me. Isaiah 49:16. This isn't poetry. It's a declaration. A reminder that your existence was carved into eternity before your name was spoken. The M is your spiritual compass, your unseen armor, your key to unlock everything that once felt unreachable. It represents miracle, manifestation, and mastery. 3 divine forces that have been dormant within you, waiting for awareness to awaken them. But until you see, until you recognize, you remain asleep while your destiny stands at the door. Time is not on repeat. Every moment you dismiss this truth, opportunities fade, blessings slip through your fingers, and the silence of the divine grows louder. But now, you've arrived at the appointed hour. You're not here by accident. You were guided, because heaven has decided it's time you remembered. This is your call to rise, to understand what you've carried all along. The mark on your palm is not decoration, it's direction. It's time to use it. If you are still here, it means something inside you has begun to stir. That quiet pulse in your chest, that spark of curiosity, is not random. It's recognition. You are beginning to remember what your soul has always known. The M on your palm isn't just a pattern of lines. It is a spiritual blueprint, a direct link between your earthly body and your heavenly assignment. Science may say that no 2 fingerprints are the same, but heaven says something greater. No 2 destinies are either. God's craftsmanship didn't stop at shaping your body. He inscribed purpose within it. That M is the divine evidence, the mark of belonging. You carry the echo of Isaiah 49:16. See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. The Creator who holds galaxies has mirrored His design in you. Every crease, every fold, every scar is part of the language of heaven. And your hands are the pages. For too long, you've dismissed what you couldn't explain. You felt different, but you tried to fit in. You've sensed energy, timing, intuition, and called it coincidence. But coincidence is just divine order wearing a disguise. The M is the seal of your calling, a symbol that your journey has never been ordinary. You've survived storms that should have ended you because your life was never meant to end in mediocrity. You were marked for transformation, and even your trials were tailored to awaken your strength. The world tells you to look outward for proof, but heaven whispers, look at your hands. The power you've prayed for is already there. The sign you've been waiting for is already within you. This isn't about superstition. It's about activation. Every chosen one reaches a moment when they must decide whether to keep sleeping through life or awaken to their assignment. That moment is now. The M is not an ornament, it's an instrument. It guides you when logic fails, shields you when fear surrounds, and reminds you that heaven does not mark what it will not use. You've been chosen, sealed, and sent. And now, it's time to use what you've been given. Something is shifting around you. Can you feel it? The air seems denser, time feels shorter, and the unseen grows louder. This isn't imagination, it's divine alignment. Heaven is preparing a convergence, and the M on your palm is your confirmation. What was once delayed is now being delivered. The blockages that held you back are dissolving, and the path that once seemed impossible begins to open like a sunrise after a storm. For the next few days, the spiritual realm stirs. Invisible currents are rearranging your reality. Finances, relationships, health, calling, all are being recalibrated. Breakthroughs you thought were years away are now within reach. You may notice signs, dreams that feel like messages, repeated numbers, sudden courage rising where there once was fear. None of this is random. It is the response of heaven to a chosen one who finally remembers. The M is no longer dormant. It's glowing, not in light, but in energy. It hums with purpose. It magnetizes what belongs to you and repels what no longer serves your destiny. The pain that lingered, the confusion that haunted, begins to loosen its grip. You're not breaking down. You're breaking open. The pieces of you that felt shattered are now reassembling into wholeness. For when a chosen one walks in alignment, everything begins to respond, even the air around them. You are not here to chase blessings. You are here to carry them. When you align with your divine design, you stop begging for miracles and start becoming one. Every step you take in awareness releases something into motion. The M is your command code, a reminder that your life is not ordinary, but orchestrated. Heaven is not waiting to approve you. It already has. So, lift your hands. Look again. The same palms that carried burdens are now carriers of prophecy. What once wiped tears will soon lift in praise. Your assignment is awakening. Your season is shifting. Your name is being whispered in rooms you've never entered. Don't dismiss this moment. The delay was only preparation, and the appointed time has finally arrived. The world will soon see what heaven has always known. You were marked to move mountains. You've wondered why your life has felt like a series of storms, why people left, plans failed, and doors closed. But what if I told you the fire wasn't punishment, it was preparation? You see, chosen ones aren't built in comfort. They're forged in chaos. Every heartbreak, every silence, every delay was sculpting you into someone capable of carrying what ordinary souls could not. You weren't being destroyed. You were being refined. Think about it. If the doors had opened earlier, you might have walked through them unprepared. If every prayer had been answered instantly, your faith would have remained shallow. God delayed your breakthrough not to deny you, but to develop you. The roots of a tree grow deeper in darkness before it ever breaks the soil. That was you, growing unseen, strengthening beneath the surface. The M on your palm is not just a symbol of selection, it's a testament of survival. You've endured fires that could have burned you out, but instead, they burned away everything that wasn't meant to stay. You've been misunderstood because light always confuses those still comfortable in the dark. You've been isolated because heaven does its greatest work in hidden places. You've been stripped down because purpose requires purity. And now, that process is complete. The oil of endurance has settled in your spirit. The patience that once felt like pain is now your power. Gold is tested by fire, and human hearts by adversity. The verse was never meant to scare you. It was meant to shape you. The trials were not indicators of abandonment, but confirmations of appointment. Look back and you'll realize nothing was wasted. The tears watered your growth. The losses pruned your focus. The waiting trained your discernment. Everything that seemed like a setback was the divine blueprint unfolding in silence. You were never behind. You were being aligned. Now the M glows differently. It no longer speaks of suffering, but of readiness. You are not waiting for destiny anymore. Destiny is waiting for you. The delay is over. The refining has ended. You've been molded for mastery. The fire didn't consume you. It crowned you. Have you noticed how your mind works differently? How you sense things before they happen? How your emotions run deep? How silence speaks louder to you than words ever could? That's not a flaw. It's evidence of your frequency. Chosen ones are built with heightened sensitivity because their assignment demands awareness beyond the ordinary. You were designed to perceive what others ignore. You feel deeply because you are meant to heal deeply. You see patterns because you are meant to guide others through them. The world calls it too emotional, too intense, or too much. But heaven calls it prophetic perception. The M on your hand is not just a symbol of destiny, it's a spiritual sensor. It's how your soul detects energy, truth, and deception. It's why you've always known when something wasn't right, even when you couldn't explain why. Others follow logic, you follow spirit. And that's why you often stand alone. But solitude isn't loneliness. It's training. You were never meant to fit the mold. You were meant to break it. The world silences those who carry truth because truth disrupts illusions. That's why your voice has been resisted, your light misunderstood. But now, the resistance is a revelation. It means the world needs what you carry. You are not a mistake in motion. You are a miracle in disguise. God never marks what he won't use. Every strange trait, every wild idea, every unexplainable moment of intuition, it's part of the design. The M proves that heaven encoded your soul with divine intelligence. You are both map and messenger. You don't just walk through places, you shift them. The atmosphere bends when you enter, because your very presence carries permission for others to awaken. So stop apologizing for your vision. Stop shrinking for comfort. Stop dimming your light to make others stay. You were built to stand apart. The mark you carry opens doors no one else can touch, and you were never meant to walk through them quietly. When you step in, change follows. When you speak, clarity breaks confusion. When you move, heaven moves with you. You are not ordinary. You are evidence of the extraordinary. The world doesn't need your imitation. It needs your authenticity. The M is proof of that. There comes a point in every chosen one's life when silence turns into sound, and everything that once confused them suddenly begins to make sense. That moment is now. The M on your palm is not whispering anymore. It's declaring. It's saying, you are ready. The years of waiting, doubting, and wandering weren't wasted. They were the soil that nurtured your awakening. Every unanswered prayer was being built into an answered purpose. You didn't lose time. You were learning timing. Look back and see the patterns. How certain people were removed just before your breakthrough. How closed doors redirected you. How even your heartbreaks became holy ground. Those were not coincidences. They were divine choreography. You were being moved, step by step, into perfect alignment with what was always meant for you. and now that alignment has reached its appointed hour. The world may not recognize it yet, but heaven already has. Your name is echoing in unseen realms. The M burns as a sign that divine intelligence, the very architecture of your destiny, is now active. You are no longer searching for purpose. You are the purpose. Everything you touch begins to shift because you are finally walking in the design you were born to embody. Do you feel it? The lightness in your spirit, the quiet certainty replacing fear. That's not imagination. That's remembrance. You are remembering your origin. You were sent here carrying assignments folded into your soul, waiting for this exact season to unfold. You are not awakening for the first time. You are remembering who you've always been. You were made to restore, rebuild, and realign, to speak words that heal, to create things that last, to move hearts that have gone cold. You are not waking up into something new. You are returning to something ancient, a power, a purpose, a promise. So lift your gaze. The confusion was a cocoon. The waiting was your womb. Now, the wings that once ached to break free are ready. You were never asleep. You were being formed. The M doesn't just mark you, it remembers you. You are not becoming chosen, you've always been. For so long, you prayed for miracles, not realizing you were one. You looked for signs in the sky, unaware that the greatest sign was already written on your hands. The M is not just a mark of destiny. It's a mirror, reflecting the divine within you. You've been asking God to move mountains, but heaven has been waiting for you to remember that you are the mover. The same power that parted seas, healed the sick, and raised the broken is not distant. It's within you. When God formed you, He didn't create a spectator. He created a carrier of light. The M is proof that heaven entrusted you with authority, not to observe miracles, but to release them. Truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these. John 14:12. You were never meant to live small. The same divine code that powered prophets and kings pulses in your veins. You are a continuation of their story, the next chapter of heaven's unfolding plan. But here's the truth most ignore. Miracles don't always arrive in flashes of glory. They often look like courage, like the moment you choose faith over fear, purpose over comfort, obedience over excuses. Every time you speak life into darkness, every time you forgive when it's hardest, every time you rise again when life knocks you down, that's a miracle manifesting through you. You've been asking for change, yet heaven's been whispering, you are the change. The M reminds you that what you touch multiplies, what you bless blossoms, and what you believe becomes. You no longer need validation from the world because your identity has already been confirmed by the Creator. So stop waiting for permission to rise. You already have it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The M doesn't promise an easy life. It promises a meaningful one. You are not waiting for the door to open. You are the key that unlocks it. You are not chasing blessings anymore. You are carrying them. You are not waiting for light to find you. You are the light this world has been praying for. Chosen one, your waiting season is over. The delay that once frustrated you was never denial. It was divine choreography. Every pause was positioning. Every setback was sacred timing. Now the command from heaven is clear. Rise. You've been prepared, refined, and anointed for this very hour. The world doesn't need another follower. It needs your fire, your voice, your obedience. The M on your palm isn't a decoration. It's a mandate. It says, you were sent. You are ready. You are required. You were not placed here to drift through existence. You were designed to direct it. The same power that whispered galaxies into motion now whispers through your hands. The M is your mission directive, your permission to lead, to heal, to build, to create, to speak life where there is decay. When you act, heaven moves. When you speak, the atmosphere shifts. When you walk, doors align. You don't chase alignment, you are alignment. Don't hide anymore. Your voice was meant to carry truth, not to echo noise. Your ideas were meant to rebuild ruins, not to fit into systems. The world may not understand you, but that's because you were never designed for conformity. You were designed for impact. Even your scars carry revelation. Even your silence has power. The fire that once burned you is now your light. It's time to move, to use what's already within your hands. The mark is your proof of authority. You don't need more confirmation. You are confirmation. You don't need a sign. You are the sign. Heaven did not etch its code into your flesh for you to live safely. You were born to disrupt darkness, to awaken the sleeping, to rebuild what was broken. Say it with conviction. I am ready. I am rising. I hold the key. The world is trembling for voices like yours. Pure, prophetic, powerful. So step forward. Let your palms tell the story heaven wrote long ago. The M is no longer a mystery. It is your mission. This is the hour to move boldly, to live loudly, to carry light relentlessly. You are not just chosen, you are activated.